Hey, what's up? I'm Mike and I'm a baller on a budget. So today this video is going to be a little different than normal. This is a video about an item that I'm excited about and thought maybe you guys would be excited about too. So, I've owned all kinds of consoles throughout my whole life. I've owned just recently the Steam Deck. I had the High Goal Pro. I've had Switches, I've had Xboxes, PlayStations, emulation systems, computers, PCs. So I've owned all kinds of stuff, and most of them have a HDMI output. So I don't really know a whole lot about this thing, and there isn't really a whole lot of information on it, just that it is supposedly coming soon. So let me take you through it. So this is Indiegogo. It's a site where people crowdfund their projects. A lot of them might not even be in development. They might just be an idea. A lot of stuff is in development and is about ready to be shipped. And then people go on here for movies and books and comic books and stuff like that. So that's what Indiegogo is if you've never heard of it. So this item is called the Magic Block MK1 8-inch wireless game portable monitor. So there's not a ton of information on it. This project hasn't launched yet, but they say that it's coming soon, like February. So that could be February 1st, or that could be February 28th, or it could be a future date. So right now I've done this with the email address, keep me updated. So what they have here, it says Magic Block was established in 2023, has been dedicated to changing the rules of gaming experience by injecting innovation into every block, providing gamers worldwide with more astonishing and immersive gaming experiences. So let me start out with that this is not a console. This on its own plays no games, saves no games, nothing like that. So we'll continue on. Right away they have signals through walls. It says transmission up to 50 meters, which is roughly 140, 150 feet. We don't know if that's real or not. So their introduction here, it says this video has Magic Block MK1 8-inch wireless portable monitor connection in use, detailed parameters, interested in it, friends quickly open to see. So not the best English, which is not always a huge deal, but this is obviously coming from another country, and I think it might be coming, and then don't quote me on it, might be coming from China. So from what I can tell, what this is it is an 8-inch monitor, and it does not come with like a controller. It does not come with those controllers that you see in the picture of this video here. It doesn't come with that. I think it just comes monitor, and then I think it comes with this HDMI dongle, and then it comes with another dongle that goes into the HDMI output on a console, or I think even like a anything that outputs. So I assume that maybe you could even hook this. I know cable boxes don't exist much anymore, but you could probably hook this to something like that and run streaming or whatever. But this is mainly for gaming. So you plug it into the output on a console, and then you plug the other adapter into the actual console, and then you can use, it says pretty much works with any game controller. And it looks like people have been using, Xbox controllers, PlayStation controllers, and then they claim that the Joy-Cons from the original Nintendo Switch will slide right into the sides of this like a Switch. So, if that's true, that's cool, because for, $30-ish, you could get a controller that just slides right into the sides, and then you have a monitor. So the ways that this would be cool are the introductory, like get in first price is supposed to be $99. Now they haven't launched yet, so we don't know that it's actually going to be $99, but that's kind of the draw, because, stuff like the PlayStation Portal were released recently, and I think the base price on that was $200, and it looks like they're having a hard time keeping it in stock, so you're seeing them going for like $300 on Marketplace and Mercari and stuff like that. So this is competition for that. And then, like, of course, like a device, so much doesn't exist for, you know, Microsoft and Xbox. You can stream Xbox to pretty much anything else. I think you can stream to a phone, to a Steam Deck, to stuff like that. So this isn't particularly a item that needs to exist, but it's an item that is super cheap, and if you don't own any of this other stuff, could be a really good option for you. I mean, I'm just super interested because it's $99 and it's a piece of technology that is not even out yet, and it could be super cool, and who knows what other uses it could have. I emailed them and was asking them questions about it, and I don't know if they didn't understand or if they didn't want to give anything away, but I was asking questions like, you know, could you hook this up? And I assume you could, but of course you could hook it up to a computer as a monitor, but like, could you run a mini PC USB stick through this and have like your own little gaming console that you could build your own little custom thing for like in the $200 to $225 range and kind of have something that's a little different? So that's something that when I get this, I'm going to do all kinds of bizarre testing. I'm going to do some normal testing, and then I'm going to do some goofy stuff like, hey, could we make our own cheap Windows handheld and play Steam games and emulators? So that's the stuff that I'm thinking with this, that it would just be cool. You know, I know not everyone has an extra $100 just to play around with, but for the stuff that I like to do, I love my Steam Deck, and I know that that could stream pretty much any gaming that I want to stream. But something like this is just cool, and it's budget, and it's, you know, what can we do with it? You know, it's a monitor. What can we hook to this thing? Can we hook a battery pack to a USB Windows, you know, type deal? Like, what can we do with it? And what's it actually going to be? I mean, when we get this thing, you know, it might be junk. It claims the super low latency. You know, I'll show you a little bit of a video here, but you know, they are...
Today, let's take a complete look at Block MK1. This is a wireless monitor that can adapt to any console.
Let me turn this down
Plug the
a
transmitting
little bit.
side into the HDMI port of the host. Computer and power it with the USB-A that comes with the computer. Then plug the receiving side.
So you see them plugging these different dongles in.
To achieve the pairing. If you...
And they're going to show some video here with like what's playing on your little 8-inch monitor and what's playing on a TV or a computer monitor, making it look like this is all happening at the same time, which hopefully it is, because it looks very close when it's synced up. So here's a little bit more.
If you are using a wired connection, you can switch by pressing the signal switching button. Resolution is determined by the settings of the host computer. The 5 control buttons on top of the monitor from left to right are the power on button, signal toggle button, brightness button, and audio button. There's a dual channel external amplifier at the bottom, and you can also...
So another thing you notice is that this is hooked up to a stand, and I don't think the stand comes with it. I don't know that for sure, but there is like a tripod type deal on the bottom. I think it either slides in, clips in, whatever, but like you should be able to hook this to a stand so you can like sit at a table at your desk or even like in your bed and not have to carry the weight of this at all times. So that's kind of neat.
Also use the 3.5 millimeters audio jack to access your headphones.
An audio jack, that's kind of cool.
The actual sound quality performance you can feel. The MK1 is powered by a 6,000 mAh battery that lasts about 3 to 6 hours. The indicator light is a power display. Each cell represents 25% charge. The USB-C port supports 18W fast charging. The MK1 has two special designs. The first is that it comes with real mountable slots on both sides that fit grips, and can be paired with a variety of stretchy grips that support Bluetooth connectivity. Secondly, it has a 1/4 screw at the bottom, allowing it to be mounted on various stands.
So yeah, it looks like it screws like a tripod type deal,
making it more widely used in a wide range of scenarios. The MK1 is an 8-inch monitor. It has a 60 Hz, 60% sRGB LVDS display. It weighs 450 grams because of the metal body used. Now, see the picture quality comparison to switch. As a wireless transmission device, I think the biggest concern is its latency. Its latency is less than 50 milliseconds. Playing games is almost ultra-low latency. Next, we tested with a few games. The signal is able to penetrate walls, making it unnecessary to be in the same space as the host computer. Let's see how the signal transmission looks with the door code. In addition to being able to play games more conveniently, the MK1 can also be connected to laptops, mini consoles, cameras, and more. It can be very convenient to assist in work or casual film watching. Overall, the MK1 provides great value for money as a wireless monitor. Please feel free to contact me if you want any other information.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of those videos look pretty good. I'm not great at, like, when I watch those 2 videos at a time and I'm like looking for things, it's hard to follow how close it is, but they looked very close. And when I'm playing, I'm not going to be sitting in bed playing it in my lap, watching it on a TV. So, but it looked like it was super responsive. It has that 6,000 milliamp battery, which I think the Steam Deck has a 5,000 milliamp battery. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I typically can get 4 or 5 hours out of my Steam Deck. So, this is something that looks promising to me. This is something that looks fun. Like, if you've got a mind where it's like, what can I do with this thing? It looks really cool. Like, just, streaming, you can hook it up straight to I assume you could probably hook it up to an HDMI cable. I guess it didn't have the input, but I'm hoping through the dongles, maybe you could hook it right up to an HDMI cable and use it as they were talking about hooking it up to your laptop and having a second monitor and stuff like that. If you could hook it up directly, that would be sweet, because you would lose that chance of lag and loss of latency. So this is just one of those things I'm looking forward to. They told me that it's going to launch in February, so sometime in the next 29 days it's supposed to launch. It's supposed to be $99 at launch, and they were talking in April for being delivered, which, preface to all of this is Indiegogo, everything's not guaranteed. I think compared to Kickstarter, you pay your money and it's paid. I think Indiegogo, they have to, maybe it's Indiegogo, I don't know, don't quote me on any of this, but I think Indiegogo, you pay whether it hits its goal or not, and they don't guarantee that what you help with they call it a donation, but it's not guaranteed that this will ever actually show up at your house. So I'm not a salesman for this. I have nothing to do with this company, and I'm just going into it thinking this looks cool and hoping that it shows up. So if you have the same thoughts as I do, leave some comments, subscribe, and tell me what you want me to do with this thing if I eventually get one. I emailed them asking if I could get a test unit, and we'll see what they say, but that would be sweet too. So thank you for checking out the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.